Go where your competitors are by social listening and get in front of your customers before they do. Today, we're going to be talking about a social listening guide to getting customers in B2B. More specifically, I'll be going through tactic number 14 in our 17 proven marketing tactics to grow your startup without a budget series. And this video is also going to be added to the playlist for all the other tactics that we're going through so that you can go through each one and you can follow along and try to execute on some of these tactics to see if you can grow your startup. So for those of you who haven't seen that 17 proven marketing tactics video, I'm going to link it up here and I'm going to put the link in the description below. Otherwise, if you're new here, I'm Neil Patel and I'm a growth marketer based in the UK. And on this channel, I break down growth marketing and personal growth so we can better grow businesses, our careers, and ourselves. So let's get into it. So what is social listening? So social listening is the act of monitoring and understanding who is talking about a particular product, topic, brand name, those sort of things. And it can be done by businesses or even ourselves. So you could be a marketer at a startup and you want to monitor particular conversations happening about your brand or product. You can do that. So can business founders and so can individuals like ourselves as well. And this is primarily done on social media, but it can be done on search engines as well. So like news outlets, publications, that sort of thing. So how do we use social listening? So in order to understand how you can use social listening, you need to understand what it can be used for. So the first thing that you can do with social listening is you can improve your outbound campaigns. So improve social selling, your ABM efforts, your data gathering, or even market research, right? So doing brand or topic research or competitor research, things like that. There's also a couple of other things that you can do, and that's product development and customer service. But what we want to do is we want to focus on point one, which is generating clients. How can we use social listening to generate clients? So over here, here's how you want to use it. You want to get a keyword or key phrase, and you want to go ahead and understand what keyword or key phrases are related to a particular problem that you solve. Now, next, you can also use keyword and key phrases similarly, but instead of a problem, you're going to be focused more on the product or software. So the type of software, is it a business management software? Is it an accounting software? You want to go after terms like that. Those are pretty much high intent terms. So things that actually describe your product or service directly. So the next way we can actually use social listening is by using a brand term, which is your own brand name, or you can use social listening to look out for competitor brand names. So going to the conversations where people are mentioning your competitors. What are the benefits of social listening and social listening tools? Well, there are loads of benefits. The first is that you can actually understand your industry better and find the right prospects. You can also find out how your problem is being discussed and where. So you're going directly to the place that the particular target audience is discussing a lot of these topics. You can also find out where your brand is strong or weak. So how are people talking about your brand? You can understand the same way how people talk about your competitors and where they are better, what efforts are they making with their marketing strategies? How are they getting customers? And so on. Here's a good one. You can actually intercept those who are looking for your competitors, where you can actually intervene in that conversation and provide a better way of doing things. So if someone's asking for help and they only know one way of doing it, yet you have a particular USP where you fit in, you do something better than your competitors, and you're able to maybe give them a free trial or give them an asset that helps them understand that, then you can put yourself in that position and get in on the conversation so that you can divert their attention to something that's actually quite useful. In the end, you're trying to help them out. Overall, you can actually understand your customers better through something called sentiment analysis. And we can go into this on a separate video of what sentiment analysis is, but you can understand what the good and bad parts is and how they walk away from every conversation and your brand. So it's really important. But in terms of generating customers, the best way to do it is by understanding who's talking about a particular problem, because that's where you want to be when someone doesn't know about your product or service yet. Overall, you're able to get more information about customers and your market and insert yourself into conversations in the right way and at the right time. So essentially, you can be the right person at the right place at the right time. So how would I use social listening, or how have I done so in the past? Well, the first thing is you can actually set up alerts. I've set up alerts before in the past, so I would recommend doing that using a keyword or key phrase or even a brand term, and you can follow conversations. I've done all three. And we're going to be talking about some of the tools in a minute to help you do that. Or you can actually search for some of the keywords where conversations are happening on LinkedIn and Twitter, and then maybe even set up like a notification system so that every time someone looks at it or talks about a particular topic, you can look at it, right? You can look at all those conversations and follow those hashtags. It's a bit like that, except you're not getting an alert. Also, you want to find out where the questions are being asked related to your problem so that you can offer some answers and insert like yourself into the conversation with a lead magnet also. That's the way that I've done it before. And the last way I'd use it is to understand where to market yourselves. So being in the right place. This is how I would particularly use social listening, to understand where the conversations are taking place so you know where to set up your marketing strategies. So if you know that there's going to be some organic strategies that you want to run, find out where those conversations are happening. Do you have to pay to be there, or can you set up a profile and get involved? Here's one note. You need to make sure that you do not sell straight away. The most important thing here is that you need to help and always provide answers. Unless someone is asking for a good tool, and in that case that you can make a recommendation, you can actually provide a case study in that sense and say, here's one. We're actually fairly new, but this is exactly how someone like another business or person has retrieved so much value from this or extracted so much value from this after they've actually used our tool. So here's a case study. So what are some of the social listening tools that you can use? So as promised, here they are. The first is Google Alerts, which is completely free, by the way. You can actually use Google Alerts by inserting a keyword or key phrase once you've set up your account to track particular conversations around that keyword or key phrase around the web. And you'll get notified every single time something has come up as a hit. Usually this is something on a search engine, etc. But remember, there are loads of places that a search engine indexes information from. So try use this one. The next is social media marketing tools. Did you know that some social media marketing tools already have some form or shape of social listening built in? So there's tools like Sprout Social, Mention, which by the way, you get one alert free. Also TweetDeck Talkwalker by Hootsuite, which is also free. And you can have, most of them do offer free trials, right? If you put in credit card information or even if you don't, but you can actually test each of them and then have an idea of the data you want before signing up. So if you come up with a plan before signing up, that way you can make the most of your time with some of the free trials for some of those platforms out there. Also, social media networks. You can use LinkedIn, Twitter as some form of social listening by setting up alerts on those sort of platforms. So like following hashtags, subscribing to particular newsletters, that sort of thing. And on that note, you can also use integrated social media tools on marketing automation platforms like HubSpot. Now, this might be expensive because obviously you've got to sign up to some of these platforms. And I'm not going to mention the expensive tools out there like Brandwatch, etc. But there are some cool tools. So if you ever want to check them out, just type in social listening tools and trust me, there are a plethora of them that you can actually sort of sift through and test out over time. But once you get the hang of these social listening strategies, and once you've implemented a few of the tactics with some of these tools, then what you can do is start to scale some of your activity based off of what you found works and what doesn't, right? Kill what doesn't. All right, so there we have it. That's social listening. You can actually go ahead and test out some of these tactics to get in front of your prospects sooner and with a great reason. Because now you're not going to be reaching out to them cold. They're actually going to be familiar with some shape or form of what you're talking about. Just remember to give value and do not sell right away. I'm actually curious as to how this works out for you. So based off of how you find it, do drop your experience in the comment section below, or even do reach out to share. If you did enjoy this video, then please do like, subscribe and share. It would help a lot, so please do that. And if you want to watch anything in particular, or you want me to discuss anything in particular, drop the ideas in the comment section below. Otherwise, if you did like this video, then you're most likely gonna like this video. And lastly, question, what free social listening tool are you using at the minute? Drop that in the comment section below. Otherwise, we'll see you in the next video. Take it easy and see you soon. See ya.